did you prepare for obviously the final scene in the bathtub? That must have been hard for you, and what kind of prep did you do to get there emotionally?
Um, I mean, I think by that point, I'd been playing Hannah for 6 months, and it was something that we definitely had precursors towards it, and we led up to it throughout the course of the season. So I think part of it was just kind of having a backstory for Hannah and kind of having vicariously lived through the events that she'd been through. But I also, in the lead up to it, I worked with a psychiatrist who specializes in adolescent development, and I also worked with Rebecca Kaplan from It's On Us to try and inform myself more so about maybe the specifics of it.
When we did the table read for that final episode, we were all in floods of tears because we were audience to it as well. Like, we're hearing the voiceover, we're hearing everybody else's scenes, we're hearing all the kids and Dylan's voiceover and everything. And then it got to that scene, and Brian and I both were just hysterical. And then when we shot it, though, you're playing the reality of the scene, which is like a mom who comes home from a busy day at work, and there's, damn it, there's water on the floor. What is happening? Why, and then the unimaginable. So, we shot it. It was really intense, but we just shot it a few times, which was great to try to play the real reality of the moment. But everybody, I must say, on set, like our wonderful DP, our camera operators, it was such an intimate experience, and Kyle, who directed that, of course, Katherine, I mean, everyone was so focused.
I feel like I knew, and I'm sure all of us knew, that was going to come. I thought it was going to come even quicker, because I don't think people are used to being addressed to their faces like this, so full on, and these topics being in the mainstream and approaching it the way we did, which was kind of unflinching, and I knew it was going to come, and I think a lot of it has been for the better, because it's only started more conversations, and it's interesting to watch people not fight, but to the debates that happen, and then see people's opinions on these subjects, which hasn't really been in the mainstream this much up to this point. So overall, I think it needed to happen, and it was going to happen either way.
Were you expecting the show to be as controversial as it ended up being? Did you know when you were making it, you were making something that was going to be talked about so heavily?
You always want to make a show that connects, and I think we knew we were making a show. We felt we were onto something in the show we were creating. But no, you can never anticipate a response, especially with the young adult viewers. And then I think somewhat after the fact, with some of the controversy around it. I don't know if controversy is the right word, though. I think it's a debate, it's a conversation, and there are professionals on both sides with very strong reactions to it, and I think that's exciting.
The final episode got so much attention because there was talk about, was that final scene of her in the bathtub too graphic? What was it like filming it, and how were you sort of involved in making sure you got the tone right?
Well, I wasn't actually there the day they shot. I was back in New York. We had another director on episode 13, and but there was a lot of discussion about it, a lot of checking in, a lot of back and forth, a lot. So, none of these decisions get made lightly, because you know they're going to live on, as this one has. But I feel as a company, we felt this was the best way to go at it, to not shy away and to really present it as it is. And that came through a lot of discussion and serious thought, and I think we all stand by it.